Hey guys, and welcome to the Meta High School Rocket League Round 2. Now we have two teams from Holy Spirit College team, Team 2 and Team 4. I will introduce my fellow caster, Chris.
Yep, afternoon all. Hopefully you're enjoying your Thursday afternoon. As you said, we have a bit of a derby on our hands here. Holy Spirit College bringing us the two teams now. Team 2 against Team 4. It's going to be a bit of an interesting match here. See who is the better team out of the school, but well, it should be a very interesting best of three. That's a given.
Yeah, well, it's definitely always interesting when we have Rocket League playing. I love watching Rocket League. I love playing Rocket League. But one thing to note about these players is that Team 2, we have predominantly the team is consistent of plat players. But Team 4, Trickster, Bexy, they're both gold. I haven't checked the stats of the other two remaining players, but yeah, not going to say anything yet, but, you know, ranked-wise, it's not very even.
So you're saying they might have a chance?
They definitely do. They have a division difference between the two teams, Plat and Gold. So they definitely do have a chance. It's just up to them whether or not they have the game knowledge and the game sense to be able to bring it together.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, that's going to be a definite problem for Team 4 as we're not too far away from the action here, but let's just talk about what we are expecting gameplay-wise from both teams. Obviously, they have the Plats on the Team 2 side. Do you think they'll be maybe going for a bit more of an aerial game over Team 4?
Yeah, definitely. If you're going to have, and they enter game right now, if you're going to have a rank difference between your teams, you're definitely gonna go for an aerial difference. And we are going straight into the game, round 1 between Team 2 and Team 4.
That was quick, to say
Bexy!
the very least. As well, let's look at the replay here. It was perfectly set up for Bexy here. He just went straight down the guts. He got the ball straight on his nose, and he just plonks it in. So a very early advantage here for Team 4.
And Bexy picks up the first goal of the game 3 seconds in, right off the bat. But now this is more of an even fight. All 3 members are in the center, no one in the goals. And it's a little bit of a dangerous game to do that if you don't have anyone in your goals, especially on the back post, to be able to defend it.
Yeah, not having anyone in the goals, we saw that in our New Zealand game earlier, definitely can cause a fair few issues, but it looks like the teams, they've already reset here, and they're going for a fairly attacking game here, ball already into the Team's 4 defensive third.
Definitely, and we do see Team 4 doing well. They're going to have they have good rotations, they have good pressure. The problem is that Team 2 are applying a lot of pressure. They have all 3 members in the back, and they have one person in the back, in the goals as well. A good demo, and that's potentially a goal.
Yes, it will be. Mr. Miyagi will be able to secure it here. And it was a bit of an anticlimactic goal, to be completely honest. I mean, good demo there, but no one in the goals, and with that, it will mean that Team 2 will be able to get onto the score sheet.
Exactly, and this is a problem about not having one in goals or not having the good rotations. You have to have at least one person in goals, one person behind the person that's challenging the ball, and one person challenging the ball, basically. Amazing save, though.
Good save there from Besky, but Dantan already on the attack. We'll send it wide here. But, yeah, as he said, rotations are so critical, especially in Rocket League where the field is very close together. So if you don't have anyone in the goals, especially if it's a well-placed shot, the opposition can effectively score from their own end.
And we are now seeing more of a meta game coming out from these players as well. We see the Dominus, we see the Octanes. Those are the best hitboxes apparently for the players to utilize, that along with the Batmobile, sorry.
Don't love the Batmobile.
Oh yeah, it's good for slapping the ball with your car. I don't get it, but apparently it's a good thing. But Mr. Miyagi is assigned goaltending duty apparently.
Yeah, he's going to be in the goals for now. Obviously, we saw him push out a little bit earlier as a little bit of a double commit there. Communications probably have to be a little bit better on the loose side here, but yeah, as you're saying, we do have a bit of a meta game so far. Both teams, they're attacking, but they're not really able to stay in their attacking thirds for long. As we see Dantan move the ball out, he's going to go on the attack.
Oh, he's he's not going to be able to dribble against two members. Team 4 had two members in the backline. A really good aerial coming out from Mr. Miyagi.
It's a good aerial there, but it's still definitely a bit of a... It's definitely a game you see in Gold on Plat. You're seeing a bit of air action, but mostly it's around the ground, and there's a fair bit of miscommunications, but apart from that, not a bad game so far. 2 minutes 20 remaining. Let's see who gets the next goal.
Oh, it's really good. A demo coming out onto the keeper, but Trickster is going to be able to send it the other way. And another demo. This is an explosive game right now.
Definitely explosive here, but won't mean too much of a difference here. All players quickly
good
back on the
pass.
server.
Oh
no!
Bexy picks up the second goal for his team. A really good pass coming out from Ricecracker, as he will be able to... Yeah, he will... Feis sorry. As he will be able to score a second one with the help of the enemy team.
Yeah, very unfortunate miscommunication there from Team 2. Will allow Besky to find another goal, and with that, Team 4, they're in the lead here with 2 minutes remaining.
Oh, he's going onto the backboard, and he will be able to clear it quite easily, but Dan Tan, he's got a lot of pressure coming out from his team as well. Mr. Miyagi always in the back line, but the problem is that they don't have anyone up front to score the goals for them. They only score that one goal because they got lucky with one hit bouncing off Trickster, I believe.
Yeah, that was a very lucky goal for him, but in saying that, the defensive positioning weren't the best from the team, so it's also not a... It was basically a lot of things happening around that goal, but with now less than 8 seconds remaining here, both teams, they're actually not really that aggressive.
Oh, beauty flick. It was a beautiful touch. He was able to flick it right over the keeper. One over Feist. A second one past Bexy, and he will be able to outrun Trickster.
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal there from Dan Tan, flicking and dribbling his way into the opposition's net, and this was something I was about to bring up. Both teams have been really lacking in the defensive department. Like, we just see them occasionally just leave the goals with no one able to keep it secure, and once again, we'll see it shooting. We'll see his... excuse me, we'll see a goal because of it.
Everyone wants to go for those highlight plays, those highlight goals, but there are a lot of highlight goalkeeping saves as well. If you practice on those, you'll actually maybe have a lot of fun with those. But Bexy tries to get a pick up to there. Feisararmer is right off the top. It goes off the backboard. No one there to pick it up, but a triple commit coming out from Team 2. And it will be sent the other way.
Yeah, that was very dangerous for the blue side here. If it was another Team 4 player just waiting in the wings, that would have been a very easy goal to just lob on top of them, but they're able to stay up here as 20 seconds remaining. Overtime looking like a very likely possibility.
Yeah, and Mr. Miyagi coming up to challenge Feisararmer. He's got the ball, but he's going to be able to bump them out of the way. The question is, will they be able to score this within 10 seconds? Trickster lobs it right over, and Angry Dog is going to be there. They're not going to be able to score anything unless they get an absolute bomb, and Mr. Miyagi sends it right onto the floor to go into overtime.
Yeah, both teams can't be separated in regulation, so to overtime we go here. Will be a good start from Dantan there as... Well, if you're looking at what's happened in regulations, both teams having their highs and lows as... Oh, that was a close shot.
That was way too close for comfort. That would have been an easy goal. Trickster clearing that quite easily. Picks up a boost, and he will send it the other way.
Yeah, as I was saying, both teams having their highs and lows, but if you're going off what happened in the in regulation, you would think that Team 4 might just have the edge here in overtime, but in saying that, anything can happen as Bexky nearly gets his lineup.
Yeah, a good attempt at a pass to his teammate. In comes another one for Trickster. Feisararmer is going to pick that up. No, Bexty is, but it's going right into their goal. You do not want to hit it that way.
Oh, no.
Oh, that was dangerous, but that is a good bounce for Team 2 to pick it up. But it's going right over the goal. Is someone going to aerial for this one? Feisararmer goes up, but the rest of the team is going to be there for it.
Feisararmer just a bit too late on that aerial there, and that will allow Team 2 to go back onto the attack here, but no one really in an attacking position, so the ball will settle in midfield.
He's going to lob it over one, lob it over two. He goes up for the aerial, but Angry Dog is not going to be able to pick up. He's out of boost, so he will not be able to score this one for his team, even though he tries. Mr. Miyagi, however, is there.
He is there as well. What we're seeing from Team 4 is they're going hyper defensive here. All three players were in the goal. They're all all mining separate paths, but very
that's
as Mr. Miyagi over the top will secure the overtime victory.
What a beautiful aerial coming out from Mr. Miyagi. The precision, the accuracy with the bump. It's wax on, wax off all over again.
Definitely indeed, as Holy Spirit 2 will take out this first match in this best of 3 series. Mr. Miyagi will end up with the MVP for the game, and while scoring majority of the goals for his team, definitely good stuff for him there.
Yeah, and we should head into the second round fairly shortly, but so you mentioned your MVP for the game, Mr. Miyagi, but why would you give him that role? Well, I mean, okay, so the game gave it to him. Why would you give it to him?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The game gave him the MVP, obviously, it's points-based, but in saying that, he was a bit of a quiet player, but he was there at the impact moments. I mean, his first goal, I mean, it looked easy, but remember, in Rocket League, it's quite hard to get him in, no matter where you're from. You don't know where players are coming from, and he was actually pretty good in defense as well. But anyways, we're already into Game 2 here, as Team 2 look to wrap this up in a 2-0.
Yeah, hopefully they should be able to. A good juke from Bexy, but he will not be able to juke a second player. Vice-Rammer is going to hit it into the center, and we'll see where they go from that one.
Looks like they will be trying to just draw it back in here, but yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game. Something I was going to point out is that both teams, they both had their highs, but they both had their lows. Like, they're mainly very late to aerial attacks, so quite sloppy in their air play as well. And as we're just seeing there, a lot of miscommunication, a lot of bumping, so I'm expecting a fairly physical game here in this second matchup.
Yeah, definitely. Angry Dog, they're going to... Team 2 are definitely going to try and keep this down, the goal scores down, because they have a lot of defensive pressure, but the question is, will they be able to score any more? Trickster's going to go up for Mr. Miyagi, always in the back line.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi, he's definitely knowing where to be at the right moment here. He's mostly staying behind in the goals, but as we've seen earlier, very good in the attack as well as Dantan, just over the crossbar.
And Angry Dog almost got in the way of that one, but that might have been a good thing if he almost redirected it down. Mr. Miyagi, however, a really good redirect. Vice-Rammer is going to hit it right up the other end, and now this is Team 4's ball.
Yeah, Team 4 definitely on the attack right now, but Team 2 just lying in wait here, especially Mr. Miyagi. Strong in defense so far, but with Dantan taken out, you'll be expecting Team 4 to go back.
Well, that's an awkward ball to get to as well, especially if you don't have much boost. Trickster is just going to try and head it down the other way, but he doesn't have much support from his teammates. Good half flip, and a good clear from Angry Dog.
Yeah, Team 4 definitely having an early advantage here, but as I said earlier, the defense from Team 2 just a bit too strong, but they definitely improve on their finishing here. They have the opportunities early on, but no one in position or just overcome by the opposition. Definitely need a bit of improvement in that department.
We saw that attempt at a pitch, Mr. Miyagi. We saw that.
Yeah, nothing gets past us.
No, definitely not. We're casters. Angry Dog's gonna be there in goals to stop the ball in the place of Mr. Miyagi, but that's a lot of pressure coming out from Team 4. A good clear, and he's gonna go up for the aerial.
It goes out for the aerial here, back into the attacking third, but Team 4, as we expect, quickly clears it out. They want to try and put it into one of the pockets to just force a bit of pressure, but especially Mr. Miyagi, this could be disastrous.
That is unfortunate. Trickster hitting the ball from the other end. It goes off the sidewall, and Mr. Miyagi, just unfortunate clear, just hits it right into his own goal.
Having a bit of a Teresi moment there, if anyone doesn't get that reference, just look up the A-League semi-final last year between Melbourne Victory and Sydney FC, because he got the game winner, but then he got the own goal as well. But
great touch. That was an amazing double touch coming out from Bexy. He lobs it up for one, goes up for an aerial, and he touches it right over Mr. Miyagi. And Dan10, no problem getting it over him as well.
Yeah, that was a good play there from Betsky as I went through my very long analogy. Maybe just a bit too winded out there, but Team 4 definitely on the attack here, and this is what we have been seeing early on. A lot of early pressure.
In comes another one.
Dantan able to save it out.
A good clear across the goal, but it hasn't gotten them out of danger yet. Just over, he passes it to his own teammate, bumps him out of the way, and Trickster picks up that volley.
Yeah, that was a very interesting bit of play here. So Mr. Miyagi obviously trying to center, but Angry Dog pretty much bumps him away and pretty much offers up the goal here for Trickster and Team 4 on the attack, and they're getting favors left, right, and center here in the second game.
Oh, that heads right into Team 2's corner. Angry Dog going up for that one. He doesn't have any boost though, and that seems to be a common problem for these players right now. They do not have enough boost to complete their aerials. Oh, big demo. But a little bump in the goals. Might be a good passing play here. They go for the aerial, but a double commit. Dantan's trying to bring it back in though.
Trying to bring it back in here, but as you were saying, a lot of double commits, a lot of really odd plays being called out by Team 2. I've seen him pretty much go from 0 to 0 here, especially Mr. Miyagi. He was strong in the early game, but a couple of errors now, and well, he's just fallen off the right wayside a little bit as Besky lines up.
Oh, he almost gets it. He gets another touch. Trickster! Oh, other side of the ball, man. That's fine. They're still ahead by 3. That almost goes in, though. Scary.
Very scary indeed here, but good defense here from Team 4 just to lock it out, and, well...
Oh, off the upright. That goes straight in for Feisramer. A 4th goal for his team as well.
Yeah, it's just been dominant here from Team 4, scoring as many as their name suggests here. Feisramer, very easy goal for him. In all honesty, just able to juke it out and land it on the post. Does all the work here as 45 seconds remaining. Looks like we will be going to a third map.
A really good pass by Dan Tan, sorry. Mr. Miyagi is going to try and challenge that, but yeah, it is a different game to what we saw last time. It was fairly even. We went into overtime, but this time it looks like Team 4 is dominating.
Domination is pretty much the only way you can describe their play so far. They've been great on the attack. Their defense has been holding strong. Meanwhile, for Team 2, well, they've fallen by the wayside a little bit here. Definitely could have a lot. Mr. Miyagi finds himself a goal.
Finally, they put themselves on the scoreboard. A good cross by Angry Dog brings it right above. Dantan was ready for that if Mr. Miyagi missed it as well. But alas, he did not, and they're going to put themselves on the scoreboard a bit too late, though.
Yeah, all but a consolation here, but that's something that could have gone astray here because that was a triple commit once again, and that's been another theme here coming up from Team 2. They've always been a bit eager to try and go for the ball, especially when their teammates have pretty much already staked a claim to it here. So definitely something to improve on in the decider, but for now, 4-1 to Holy Spirit 4 will be going to that third and final map.
Oh, this is the deciding round we're going to head into very soon. And Bexy picks up the MVP for that one, scoring 1-2 assists and 100% success on his shots, apparently. Because he shot 1 and scored 1. Actually, most of them have that.
Yeah, yeah, everyone has 100% at this point, really. But yeah, it was a bit of an odd game. We did see a fair few shots, but they weren't, well, they were off target. That was the thing. So obviously the system not picking them up, but yeah, definitely it was well deserved to win there for him. But in saying that, we know what Team 2 can do if they can just keep their defenses up in this game, maybe just stop treading over each other's feet. We might see a different story here in the decider, which we'll be starting very, very shortly. Countdown orbit set to begin.
Yeah, definitely. We know that Team 2 have a really good defense. They have a strong defense, especially with the rotations that we know they're capable of. So if they do manage to do that, take it into overtime. Actually, that's heading right into their goal.
Oh! Lucky save, though. That could have been near disastrous for him, but able to just keep it out for now, and Team 2 denied an early opportunity.
Bexy heads it right over to Mr. Miyagi. He's going to try and get a rebound. Angry Dog here to pick it up. Off the backboard again, he goes up for it, but he's not going to be able to pick that one up, and that's just going to be a flail to hit the ball.
Yeah, definitely a bit of an interesting start here. Neither team really getting any clear shots as that ball will go wide. But this is what we saw early as well. In the last game, that is. We saw both teams having chances, but never really committing on them.
Good rotations, actually. That's a really good defensive formation coming out from Team 2. Oh, and he tries to get off the backboard. Mr. Miyagi is there to support that one, but they couldn't pick up anything from it.
Yeah, it goes wide of the goal once again here, and that's what I was saying. They had opportunities, but they weren't either committing them or they weren't converting them. And we've been seeing a fair few of that early on as Mr. Miyagi sends it wide once again.
And this is the prowess of a defensive formation, a really good one. We have someone in defense, we have someone challenging the ball. There's the challenge from Mr. Miyagi. And I reckon if Team 2 keep playing like this, they could take this game away.
Oh, definitely. They're having a lot of attacking prowess in this game, something that was lacking, especially in the second half of our last map. So they keep this up, they might get a goal. And speaking of the devil,
there it is. A really good passing play coming out from Team 2. Dan 10, he's going to cross it over to the side, and then Angry Dog's just there to pick it up, being that supporting player for the person that's up the front. And as we were saying, Team 2, this is their game to lose.
Definitely, they've got their wits about them now here. Their attack is a lot better than what we saw last time around, but once again, they are overcommitting in a few situations. What we just saw that in the end, Dantan just flying in, and well, if there was a defenseman there for Team 4, well, we could have seen an easy counter.
Oh, but I'm actually surprised with the amount of really good aerial coming out from them. Mr. Miyagi, he's in the backline. Will he be able to save it? Yes, he does. That's unfortunate for you, Trickster. But, as I was saying before, their defensive formation, not just defensive, but like a formation in general, where their rotations are actually really good for this game. It wasn't so much in the past 2 games, but this one, this is where they're showing how good they can be, and that's heading straight for goal.
Yep, straight into the goals, and Dan 10, an easy one from the convert there. Team 4, not having anyone in the goals, everyone in that near pocket, and look what happens when you don't have anyone in the fence. We keep saying this, always keep one back to make sure that no counters can be allowed, and well, they didn't heed that advice, and look what happened.
Yeah, but that's heading straight for Mr. Miyagi. He's not going to go for the challenge. Dan10 is instead. Bit of miscommunication there, but this is another goal coming out for Angry Dog. He picks up the 3rd for his team, and Dan Tan being the major assisting play for this game right now.
Definitely indeed. A fair few assists, a goal for himself as well. Team 2 just dominating at this point, while Team 4, well, they're just falling by the wayside here. Their defense is all but collapsed as they just try and look for a retaliatory goal.
Yeah, they can try and get it, but they have 3 people committing still, no one in defense, and the ball's only halfway up court. Up goes Dan Tan, and he's going to head that straight to goal, but a really good save coming out from Trickster.
Yeah, definitely a good save there, and well, we saw him having a good defensive game in the past few maps here, Team 4, but they've just thrown it by the wayside here. Definitely could have been a lot better done as all. That was a very unfortunate shot there.
Just off the backboard, he almost got that one in, but he got to the goal. He got to the ball a lot quicker than he wanted to. This one's going up. Angry Dog, good save.
Good save from him there as Team 2, they're definitely stacking their defense when the ball is over towards their half, as this could be a goal. No, it's just wide.
Oh, but Dan Tan is good there for a rebound. Angry Dog is there as well, going straight across goal. Bexy, you don't want to keep it there.
No, you always want to try and clear it out of the pocket when you can, but ball back in towards midfield here, but Team 2 back on the attack already. Dantan able to get it off the backboard, goes for the rebound.
Reading it well, Angry Dog just doesn't have enough boost for that one. Meanwhile, Mr. Miyagi just sitting in goals, waiting for that clear, and his opportunity comes. But you can see how much he is staying in goals by the amount of score he has, the amount of points he's got in his score. He's only got 66 right now, and that's all from saves. I mean, their rotations are good, but an even better rotation would be if he came up. And this is where it happens.
It happens indeed here as Angry Dog just pretty much goes straight down the center. And it's a very easy goal for him there. Nice little work there from Dantan to knock it off the backboard, and that's going to be 4-0 for Team 2, and you would think a 2-1 series would be in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you have 3 players up in the attacking formation. You still have someone in the pocket, and that someone can score. If you have Mr. Miyagi coming up with Angry Dog, Dan10 as well. Oh, really good rebound. That's coming off the wall.
It's coming off the wall, but no one able to just line it up there for Team 2, but yeah, if you're keeping players in that pocket, it just allows the opposition to effectively just rotate the play up from the goals and ball centered. pretty much all but a good night as, well, that was very unfortunate there from Dan, unable to center it.
And in comes Mr. Miyagi doing what he does best. Angry Dog in a defensive position now after being demoed. Good flip. He's going to try and cross it in.
Going to try to cross it in. No one there to line it up. But in saying that, this game is all but over. A good performance here from Tier 2 after what was a bit of a disastrous second game. But they will take out Series 2-1 and they will get bragging rights at Holy Spirit College.
Well, I mean, if there's Team 2 and Team 4, does that mean there's a Team 1 and a Team 3?
Definitely, but for now at the very least, I have bragging rights over them. But
Definitely. Well, that is the game. That is all 3 rounds taken over to Team Holy Spirit College Team 2 for Dan Tan, Mr. Miyagi, and Angry Dog.
yeah, and apart from that second map, which will more than likely just be the give for him, it was a pretty good performance out from the blue side. Definitely a lot of attacking prowess. Good defense as well from Mr. Miyagi. He should be commended for what he did in their defensive third. But yeah, Holy Spirit 4, definitely a good performance for him as well. We might see him even make a run for the playoffs if things go their way in the final few rounds.
That'd be amazing. And one thing before we head off, I don't know what switched for Team 2, but in that last game, their formation, their rotations were amazing. I just want to commend them for that one.
Definitely indeed. I think what happened game 2 was they got that own goal by Mr. Miyagi and it might have just collapsed from there. They were just thinking, what should we do from here? But they've reset and they've come back strong. So definitely good stuff from them there.
Yeah, definitely. But that's going to be the end of this one for tonight. We'll be back next week, I believe, with Max Formal Rito again.
Yep, he'll be joining me back in the hot seat as well. He wasn't here this week because he's casting some game called, I don't know, League of Legs, something like that.
Yeah, League of Leggings or something.
Yeah, apparently there's a studio in Sydney. Who knows?
But yeah, that's the end of this stream. We will see you guys next week. Please make sure to tune in for that one as well.
Yeah. See you then.